clown, Tiffany.
Did you see my message about that? I put on one of her videos. It was like really close up, and I was like, you don't have to, but I would appreciate if you turn your clown around when you make videos. I'm just saying.
Yes, she was like, "You're a movie clown."
Okay, that's awesome.
There we go. There we go.
I like it. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Mischief Night, if that's what you have where you live, or happy Halloween Eve. Isn't today something?
I've never heard of that until you told me that.
Mischief Night, yeah. And believe me, there's
Yeah,
a girl
Mischief Night depends on where you're from.
Yeah. There's a girl on my block who deserves a Mischief Night, and Marcus is trying to talk me out of doing something. And I'm trying to realize I'm a grown adult now and I shouldn't do something.
Leave.
You're making me jealous. Come on. You're making me jealous. Oh, when you did it in the video the other day, I was like, damn, I really want one now. But
that's my treat to my. It's sad that I'm at that point that's a treat in my life.
I don't like seltzer waters, so
I don't either.
Neither do I. But that one is good.
One is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not any of those flavored water seltzers.
I find seltzer water has this weird taste to it, like a mineral taste. It's the only way I can describe it. But that does not. That is definitely sweeter.
Oh, I really like seltzer water.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, we were talking about drinking.
No, it's when people do it. I feel like if it says like it's peach, I have to think of peach to make me get the taste of it. So
right,
but not with clearly Canadians. The Canadians did it right.
You're damn like most things.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, since it is the last day, well, it's the second to last day. It's the last day of Monday sprints for October. So I'm going to start like the sprints at like 1:15 strictly so we could get the most reading in tonight. Mostly because I need to catch up on a book and finish. So let's start real quick though what you guys are reading tonight.
So are we still doing that? Because I forgot. No, kidding. Sorry about that. I am. What'd you say? I am listening to Murder by the Seashore. Is the first book in the California bookstore mystery. So it's a bookstore on the beach by Samara Yu. And then on ebook, I'm reading, I think it's called Hammers and Homicide. It's by Paula Charles, who was one of the authors that was at the Ashland Fest. And then I had met her at Malice, and her first book is being published in January 16th. It comes out. And so I'm reading the arc of it. I think it's Hammers and Homicide. It's a hardware store. The main character is widowed, and her and her husband owned a hardware store together. So that's what I'm reading on ebook.
Nice. What about you, Storm? Who's already started November.
Right? Yeah, so like I finished Finch House earlier today, and then I just started the Ghost Job and finished it today because it was like 4 hours.
Wow.
I was telling you. So it depends on how I feel, but I do have in my dreams I hold a knife by Ashley Winstead, which is one of my buddy reads with Barb for November. And if anybody's seen my TBR, I am starting some of my 2024 books because I said I done failed 2023. I'm trying to get ahead.
We're just whitewash, like rubbing off the rest of the year. Forget it. Let's move on to next year.
Yeah. Whitewater rafting. That's what I was saying.
So a lot of these come out in January, so I'm like, I'm just going to get it.
I was going to say whitewashing, but that wasn't the word I was looking for.
Okay. I was thinking that like whitewater rafting, like she's just going down the water and
she's doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And so of Hoaxes and Homicide by Anastasia Hastings, I really liked Of Manor and Murder, I think it was. Last year it was the first book in the series. And so I've had this and that's my thing. I've been eyeballing my 2024 books and like, I want to get to you.
I must read you now, my pretties.
Wow.
Yes. So.
Read them now.
Nice.
So that's what I have going. And I've been watching some homesteading videos. So.
Oh gosh, I love homestead videos so much.
I found a new homesteader that I've been obsessed with. So. Yeah.
Well, spill the beans. What?
Which one is it?
Chapel Hill Forge.
I feel like I watched that one.
Chapel Hill Forge. They're in Pennsylvania. I guess Chapel Hill, Pennsylvania. And I don't know, she had a really cool story behind it. Like her husband had a heart attack and how like they had work jobs and like they kind of just like went off and did their own thing and then moved to this homestead. I don't know, it was really I'm into it. So I'm invested in their lives now, you know. So.
I love it so much. I love the homestead videos so much.
My aunt enjoys watching them.
Yeah, sometimes they're there. What are you going to read tonight, Sarah?
I didn't. My books are in the other room because I was going to film a video, which I'm going to do on the first sprint. But I am currently listening to 6 Feet Deep Dish by Mindy Quigley.
Oh, yay.
I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
I know this sounds like I'm nitpicking. There's not enough pizza. Like, she's always cooking other things. I'm like, fuck's the pizza? This is pizza.
I wasn't a huge fan of the first one either. I need to get to the second
I do love the cat just because, again, he reminds me of Presley.
Yeah. If it makes you, so this is what I say for the pizza series. I read the first one and I gave it like 3.5 stars. I thought it was good. I read the second one and I gave it 5. So like there's a huge
I will always give the second book a try.
Second book. And I thought the second book was fantastic. The first book, I didn't really think that, I don't know if I noticed about the pizza thing, but the character at points
of Delilah.
At points frustrated.
Especially at the beginning, I found her a bit much.
But yeah, so
we'll see.
We'll see what you think. Yeah.
Yep. And then I am reading an ebook, Brace for Impact by Janice K. Johnson, which is a Harlequin intrigue novel, and it's been like a plane crash, and there's a hitman coming after her, and she's been injured, and it's just a whole thing. And I'm telling you, like, this is the most intense book. I'm just like, I want to find out what happens next. Like, I was reading at lunch, and the girl I work with, she called me. I'm like, I'm busy. I will call you back.
That's funny.
So what are you reading, Lee?
I am finishing up The Visitor by Sergio Gomez. It is a horror novella, and it's Christmas, and there's an alien on the cover, and the lights just went out in the diner. That's all I know so far.
She's like, I gotta get back. I'm busy. I'll get back to you.
See if you like. I haven't read him, but I do have like a book by him.
Oh, okay.
And a horror book taking place at Christmas with an alien.
Yes.
It's just, there's so much.
You do.
Like, there's so many things.
Like random, like, you know. And in walked an ostrich, you know, like just.
Well, that's not, like, what else is going to, and like it kind of end with, and as those two people entered the diner, those weren't the only people. That wasn't the last person that was going to visit tonight. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Find out what happens. We'll find out. All right. I'm actually not. I will, because it's 14. I'm just going to jump into the sprint now, and then when we get back, we'll be all comments.
Sounds good.
So, we'll be reading to the top of the hour. So happy reading, everyone.
Happy
reading. Hello, everybody.
Okay, I was having some technical difficulties there. How you guys doing?
Good. I was talking a lot on text, but I am at 6% in Hammers and Homicide.
Nice. How about you, Storm?
I mainly watched YouTube, but I'm like 2% into of hoaxes and homicide.
Nice.
It's a November book, Storm. You got tons of time.
Right?
Well, it's like I finished 2 books today, so I'm like, I'm just watching YouTube.
Yeah.
I filmed a video for tomorrow, so I got to edit that after we're done here because if I try and do both at the same time, my computer will explode. And then I was actually texting a friend on Messenger who, weirdly enough, I met her at the hospital a year and a half ago when I had the pacemaker put in. She has the same condition as me. We just kind of met in the ward, and when you're there, you've got nothing else to do, right? But she's having a procedure done Wednesday, and she's quite nervous, and I've had it done, so I'm just like, you're going to be fine, you know? Like, it's nice to have somebody else who understands what you've been through, you know? So, yeah, so I was just trying to calm her down, right? But you're awake. Yeah, but you're not.
Oh, well, I'm glad that she has you because that's probably really, really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is helpful. So that's what I was doing. Yeah. How'd you do, Lee?
I got 47 pages done.
Ooh, nice.
How long is it? Is it like
90 pages?
Well, it's not too bad.
If I hadn't stopped to waste time looking on the internet and texting somebody, I could have probably been a lot long, but you know.
Exactly.
Hashtag reader problems.
Right, exactly. All right, let's get into some comments now. If my computer's going to cooperate. Alicia said, hello, everyone. Currently reading My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. Romance, super cute.
Awesome.
And Nancy said, hello, everyone. Tonight I'm going to start listening to The Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I'm curious.
That was a good book.
So good to see you, Nancy.
Yeah. Dream said, hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Red Velvet Revenge by Jen McKinley. Nice. And Cajun said, good scrappy dappy day, everyone. I'm reading Dangerous Tides at Brightwater Bay number 3.
I love it.
Happy day to you as well.
I love it. That's amazing.
You said, why isn't it coming up for me? Oh, peanut brittle sake. Come on, let's move along here. Amy said, hi, everyone. Happy Halloween Eve. I'm currently reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's a reread for me. I'm at 53%.
Nice.
And then Barbara said, still reading The Fiery Cross on page 1076 of 1443. You're definitely moving along.
You are so close.
That's amazing, Barbara.
So
Speaking of long books, me and my friend are extending our until November too, because
makes sense.
I was going to say November of 2024.
Right?
She was like, it's putting me in a slump because she was trying to hurry up and finish it by the end because that was like the only book she had left. And I'm like at 81% or whatever it is. But I was like, why don't we just finish it in November? Don't like push yourself to like do it because it's like one of those books that you just really got to take in chunks anyway. I think it's just okay. I don't see anything really, the movie. I like the movie better.
Honestly,
it takes out all the long, stuff.
I've heard a lot of people say that about it. It's like it gets more to what you want to see.
Yeah, and stuff. So, and I told her, I said, well, we did The Stand over 3 months, and it's just as long. So,
true.
Like, why did we think we could just do it in 2? We should just
right.
We always think more optimistically than.
And she was like, oh, thank goodness. She didn't want to come out and say it, so I said it for us. Like, let's just.
Thinking optimistically, Lee, for anyone who's ever made a TBR.
Right, exactly. I've already looked at my TBR, November TBR, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. But it's fun putting the books on the list.
Yeah.
Well, it's like mine. I was like, if I don't get to these, I'm not going to cry or anything. But I mentioned a whole bunch of readathons that I would like, like to get to the books.
Absolutely. All right. Kat said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Spoon to be Dead by Dina Mentink. Book 3 in the Shake Shop series.
Nice.
Which has happened in the first 2 chapters. It's making my head spin.
Oh, I hope you like it. I haven't read number 3. I'm ready for it, but I haven't read it.
Nadine said, hi, I'm reading Rescue Murder Gentleman, number 1 in the Year-Round Christmas Mystery Series by Vicki Delaney. I'll be leaving the sprints at 5 because the World Series Game 3 go Diamondbacks.
Gotcha.
And it's funny because here all I hear is, who's rooting for the Diamondbacks? I'm like, actually, in the book world, quite a few people are.
Oh no!
Oh no, she knocked herself out.
We lost our fearless leader.
We come back.
I know that she
was having problems. Yeah,
we'll pick up just so that we can continue because I know she wanted to stay on a strict schedule.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Next up, Cajun said, I won't be able to put them on the screen, but Cajun said, Barbara, you are really getting through that one. That's the long book.
Mm-hmm. Fiery Cross, yeah.
Cav said, I'm Hallowtweened out, but I did pretty well with middle grade reads this month. Now we're listening to An Invitation to Murder by Colin Cambridge and back to our regularly scheduled program of the Lee.
Yeah. You can still read because my comments are still like not even popped up yet. So
I just wanted to continue because I told her, I was like, I know she's on a really big schedule tonight. Well, let me know when your comments are back up. Cornflower said,
I'm Hallowtweened out too myself. So
yeah, I'm just witchied out. I agree.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, speaking of witchy out real quick. So the Something Wicked that I wanted to read that was like the romance that is Steeped to Death, the cozy mystery in UK form. It's called something completely different and has that cover. I didn't realize the same book, so I've already read it. I didn't think it had that much of a romance, but you know, if it's a light romance and you know, just something cutesy, then I guess it could work. But it's the same thing as Steeped to Death, the UK. So, anyways,
we already read it then.
Yeah.
Cornflower said, hello, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Marmee by Sarah Miller.
Hello.
And Nancy said at Barbara, I'm on book 8 in Outlander and really enjoying the audiobooks. Narration is really good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Davina Porter, brilliant.
Hey, Rebecca.
Rebecca said, hi, everyone. Hoping to finish September House by Carissa Orlando tonight. I'm curious what you think of that one.
I was going to say, how do you like that one? Because I wasn't a big fan. Like, the best part was, like, the last 15 minutes to me.
Oh, that is, okay.
But I said, I really am coming to the realization that I don't really care for horror that much unless it's a creature feature or a killer animal. Those are my favorites. And anything else, I just
I've come to realize I like horror novellas. Like, give it to me quick and then we're out. Yeah. Alicia said, Nadine, good luck. Your Diamondbacks beat my Phillies, so I hope they win.
Gotcha.
And Nancy said to Rebecca, she has that book on hold. Like, my internet has been slow today, and even at work it was slow today, so I don't know what's going on here. Like, I don't know. Dana said, hi, everyone. Happy Halloween Eve. I'm going to be rereading The Scary Godmother Omnibus tonight. Nice.
I think the universe heard you say you wanted to stick to a strict.
Right?
We're not going to do that today. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, exactly.
It's mischief night, Lee.
Exactly. Mischief night. Wait, and even when I was reading this book before and I heard some noise outside, I was like, did the aliens arrive or did somebody just mischief night me? I'm not even sure what's going on. And Jen said, good evening, everyone. I'm listening to Dracula on audio tonight. And full cast audible version. Nice. Very nice.
That's probably the one with Alan Cumming and Tim Curry and the
yeah.
Such a good audio
because Sonia was talking about reading it and I'm like, well, I like Alan Cummings a lot and I like Tim Curry a lot, but nope.
Then Tiffany, you should actually listen to the night before Christmas, the Dickens one, A Christmas Carol, because Tim Curry narrates it. It's really good.
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah. It's free on Audible, I think.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I need to say good evening tonight. I'm reading Death in the Margins by Victoria Gilbert.
Nice.
And Barbara said at Cajun, yes, I am. I'm determined to get it done by tomorrow night.
Wow,
And
nice.
said, Jen, that sounds good. Oh, come on. Amy said, hi, Lee and everyone from cold and rainy upstate New York. Also from upstate New York, we have hi, Lee. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. I'm reading Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant by Darcy Hannah, number 4, in the Baking Bookshop on page 153 of 330.
Well
I like
done.
that series.
Dream said, cute hat, Tiffany.
Thank you.
And Amy said, perfect for cozy reading. I'm sorry if the comments are not coming up. I feel like I'm clicking on them and, doing what
They are.
They're coming up. So yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, see, for me, it's not. They're like just taking their time. Cajun said at Mel, I read the first one of that series earlier this month and really liked it. Once I read the ebook, the audio I almost made me DNF it.
Gotcha. The Beacon Bake Shop. Interesting. Yay!
I'll be Meet Your Baker, and then maybe my nonfiction book, Your Brain on Art. That sounds like a cool title.
Yeah.
That is a cool tab. I'm excited about you reading that. Thank you. Meet Your Baker.
Mm-hmm. And Rebecca said, Nancy, it definitely keeps you wondering what's going on in this house. And Mel said at Cajun, I love it. It's a favorite series of mine. Barbara said, I'm also reading and listening to Tatum Comes Home. Everyone needs to read it.
I love Tatum. He's one of my favorites.
And Jen said, I haven't had Clearly Canadian since college, and now I'm on a mission to find them since Sarah's video. So good and not regular self for sure. Yeah. And you know what? I found it in one shop right here, just happened to randomly be on a corner. No other one around has it. So maybe somebody requested they special ordered it.
Yeah, it could be.
It used to be like anytime you go into any convenience store up here, it'd be like there, just like with the rest of the water. Mm-hmm. Now it's only sold in like grocery stores and like the fancy grocery stores. Not even the Walmart carries it.
Gotta go to the real one.
Right.
Lauren said, hi, Lee. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading A Tale of Two Cities by Dickens.
Oh, nice.
Just a little something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nothing. That's just in between her. No big deal. And he said, happy Halloween. Very nice. Oh, come on.
Hi, Ro.
Rose said, hello. Going to finish up To Brew or Not to Brew by Joyce Turnell. The perfect cozy mystery so far.
Nice.
Rena said, happy Halloween Eve. Not sure what I want to read tonight. Something Halloween or Brittany's memoir. I've watched so many reviews of Brittany's memoir.
I am not, I'll be honest, I'm not the hugest fan of hers, but I kind of sort of really want to read it.
Okay.
Just to hear I just want to hear the dirt, right?
I'll let everybody tell me what it's about.
I'm sure we are, but I'm just confirming we're talking about Britney Spears.
Correct, yes.
Okay. I was like,
my mom watches all of those the entertainment shows, and every day it's like, oh, this revelation was in the book. I said to my mom, you don't have to read the book now, because they're just giving you everything.
I was like, I'll just let everybody else tell me what's in the book.
Right?
Well, I watched somebody, and he said if you followed along, like pretty much with her career, and you're a fan, and like you already know most of the stuff anyway. And I was like, yeah,
she's on the headlines all the time. So.
Oh yeah.
And he said, hi, all my computer keeps deleting my words. I'm reading Dawn and the Halloween Mystery. Very nice.
Excellent. Babysitter's Club.
Woohoo.
Annie says, hey, everyone. Hello. And Sonia with an I says, hello, Lee, Tiff, Sarah, and Storm, and all the chat pals. I'm reading Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier.
What are you thinking? Are you liking that one? I need to read that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Cajun said, okay, this is one of the UK chick lit books, but there is a goat causing havoc.
Okay, I kind of love that.
And Anna says, I'm currently on chapter 6 of Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar. I'd be interested in what you think of that book and if you read Ginger's book. Sonia said to Jen, enjoy Dracula, just finished and loved it. Tiffany messaged Sonia.
Yeah.
Sherry says, happy All Hallows Eve. That was the name of tonight that I couldn't think of. Thank you, Sherry. And Sonia confirmed, I believe.
Yeah.
She got you. All right, we're going to stop there on Courtney because I will remember it's Courtney. We will go into the next sprint and come back at the top of the hour.
Sounds
Happy
good.
reading.
Happy reading, everyone.
How'd you guys do? I'm going to skip to you, Storm, because I think Tiffany moved away for a minute.
Oh, I watched some more. I'm watching Faith and Arrow Homestead, in case anybody wants to know. And I'm at 3.
Faith and Arrow, like bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm at like 3%. I think like the beginning. Okay, the main character's sister is a piece of work, and like the first part of this was the sister, and I was just like, oh my goodness, she's like one of those overly dramatic historical figures, you know, because they're stepsisters, and so her Violet's the main character, and her sister Sephora, her mother is an heiress, so like she's got all this money and stuff, where Violet doesn't, because you know they have 2 separate mothers and everything, and so yeah, so the younger sister's overly. And we finally got back to Violet, but she's been a little bit dramatic too, because, you know, she's bored. They're both bored because, you know, they had the big adventure from the last book and now they're back to nothing.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Somebody die, please, so they can solve a mystery. But it's like, oh my goodness, they're being very dramatic. And it's like, okay.
That's funny. What about you, Sarah?
I read a chapter of 6 Feet Deep Dish, and then I decided I was done with reading for tonight or for today. And I put on Frasier, the original series. Okay. I have watched the reboot, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I haven't heard anybody say they like it yet.
I've never
Frasier
watched
worked in the 90s when things were a little bit more affluent, and you know, but now that with what the housing crisis and food is so expensive, and Frasier just being that pompous, you know, guy who spends all this money just doesn't work anymore. Besides, there's no Niles or the dad, and they made the show as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching it here, and I was doing some knitting, and then I heard Niles come on, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, this is going to be good.
There you go.
So how'd you do, Lee?
I finished the book The Visitor.
Yay!
3.75 stars.
Excellent.
And then I continued on. I got 5% into Tangerine by Christine Mangan. It's my buddy read with Sharon, for one of my buddy reads for November. So she's trying to get us to read all the things in November. So
what is that? Is it?
It's about 2 girls who knew each other in America. One of them goes to Morocco after, like, the 2 girls had a fall. Something happened back in New York. They haven't spoken to each other in over a year, and then the one girl winds up showing up where the first girl is in Morocco. Uh-huh. And then, according to the plot, mysteriously, the first girl's boyfriend disappears. So.
Oh, so it's kind of like a thriller.
It says it's like a historical fiction. So, okay. We'll see.
So maybe a little both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that it has something to do with the second girl, had something to do with it, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna get into some comments. Come on, I thought I switched over to a Wi-Fi. I thought it might help out a little bit, but anyway. Courtney's here. She says, happy Monday. Long time no sprint. Great to see all of you. I'm reading The Hawthorne Brothers as my first read for November. Love the hat, Tiffany. Courtney, please let me know what you're thinking of that one, because I do have that one on my list. And did you read the Inheritance Games? Let me know that as well. That's it. Good evening, everyone. Today has been a big headache, trying to get my health insurances straight for next year. But I have been reading Murder at the Pumpkin Pageant by Darcy Hannah. It's on KU. I hope you get all your insurance stuff straightened out, because
we are in the mix of doing that with my father, because he wants to try a Medicare Advantage, because then you don't have to pay stuff. But I told him that because he's paying for like a supplement insurance, and he pays like almost $250 a month with that. With an Advantage, you don't have to pay anything or whatever. And but if you have a medical crisis, it's out of your pocket, like a lot of it. And I told him, I said, well, if you want to do this or whatever, I said, you're going to have to take half of that money that you used to pay on the other, and you're going to have to put it in a savings account. Mm-hmm. Then he can have the other half we can spend on more groceries, more whatever it is or whatever, but you've got to put some back. He's got to, because I mean, if he has a problem, he needs that little bit of money. But I mean, it sounds pretty. We've been working with this one lady that we kind of got to know when we were going to Denny's and stuff. she sits in there and collects people for insurance. That's where she does her insurance thing at. So
yeah. Oh, I hope that works out too. The insurance is such a.
I wish it was more standardized, if that's for you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I wish it was just one thing instead of being like, I hear so much about this and it makes my head spin. I can't even imagine what you guys have to deal with.
Yeah, when I just hear some of the things that people are like, oh, but I pay $600 a month, but I don't have to, I pay nothing in the copay, or I don't pay this. And I'm like, the one that I have works very differently than that. So I'm like, I don't know how like some of them just work and then don't work. Because I'm like, how are you paying $600 a month when, like, I pay nothing up front? Like, the way mine works is I pay nothing up front. I don't have a copay, but then, like, I get a bill from the doctor after, but it's very, like, subsidized.
Yeah, it was like with, like, I mean, if you add up what he pays, like, with his supplement insurance, he has to pay for his Medicare, and then he pays a supplement. And he pays like $3,000 a year or more with that and prescriptions and all that stuff. And so I'm like, he could take half of that and put, in the savings account. And if something happens, he would have the money there. And he doesn't have like a dental plan or vision or anything like that because he's got like whatever he can afford. But this like advantage, like, the one that he was looking at has like a dental plan and a vision thing and stuff. And so it's so confusing because it's like, he's like, you have to listen and he doesn't understand. And like, she's explaining things and it goes over his head or he doesn't hear it very well. And I'm like trying to pay attention and trying to figure out what is going on at the same time. It's all very confusing.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's the one thing that we do have to pay for up here is our dental and our eyes, like our optometrists. And it's been a lot of talk saying, like, since when did teeth and eyes become non-medical, like non-health, like it's a different thing, like because I had to pay for, because I didn't have benefits yet through work, and I had a bunch of work I had to have done. And it was $1,200 out of pocket. For me, that was like, oh my God, right? Like, that's a lot of money. So I can't even imagine what you guys have to deal with.
Yeah, like my dentist has like a plan through because I don't have a dental or vision, but my dentist has a plan like where you pay a certain amount a month and it covers like said amount of like, X-rays 2 times a year, a cleaning once a year, an emergency visit 1 time a year, and something else. For like $20 a month or something like that.
Like my doctor that I have a doctor, and you like pay him $60 a month, and you can go and see him as much as you need to.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something like really, really bad that you're gonna have to go to the hospital for this or whatever. But it's for people that don't have insurance and stuff.
Yep.
You can put them, so.
Yeah, there are still doctors that want to help you out. It's not.
Of course.
Yeah.
And medicine we don't pay for either, because this whole iron infusion thing that I need now because I am anemic, that I have to go into the hospital and get IV. Is there like, do you have insurance? And I'm like, I don't have insurance yet through work because I haven't been there 3 months. I'll get my insurance in December. And she's like, okay. She goes, so you have 2 choices. You can either get the one, and it's literally 1 infusion. You come in once, 2.5 hours, you're done. But it's $500 out of pocket. Or you can come in 3 times for free. I'm like, 3 times it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're back, Tiffany. How did you do with your meeting?
I think I was Libby Klein did a discussion about her Halloween book because it's Halloween.
Because it's Mischief Night.
Yeah, exactly. Mischief Nights are murder. So thank you, Sonia, for letting me know. She's always really funny. So sorry about coming back late. But and when I felt leave like right in the middle of it, I was like,
I'm not offended. The book world still goes on. Life still goes on. You gotta get your Libby Klein on. That's fine. And then we have Jessica Lynn said, hello, everyone. Happy Hallows Eve. Sorry I'm a bit late. I'm not reading anything at the moment, but I finished my October TBR and I haven't started my November yet.
Well done, Jessica.
Okay. Courtney said, I mean the Brothers Hawthorne, LOL. It's good if I could figure out, even if I can't figure out the title. Oh, it's still going to play these games with me today. Pat said I'm at 66% and hopefully finish by tomorrow. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Tina, I'm just going to read all yours without clicking on them because I feel like that's just going to mess me up. So Tina says, hello, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I fell down the steps, LOL. It was really dark. Stepped on my black dog, slid down a couple of steps, and I have a sore ankle, but I'm fine. Happy Halloween. Also, love your headband, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Cynthia said, hi, friends. I'm reading the newest Whiskers and Words
Oh,
book,
my legs.
by
So good.
Fear and Meow by Erin Scott, number 8. If I'm not clicking on them, I'm sorry. I just feel like it's just taking time. Tiffany has switched hats here. So
I had a wardrobe
Tiffany
change.
clearly thinks she's Reba at a Reba concert.
I know. I had a
change.
wardrobe change, y'all.
Hold on. Put it back.
There you go.
You know I'm busting this out to work tomorrow.
Absolutely. Everybody's like, you're not dressing up tomorrow. I'm like, no. Why not? I'm like, why did we dress up last Thursday? And I know why. Because Jennifer, my coworker, had 3 different costumes and she wanted to be able to wear them all on different days. So she coordinated that last Thursday would be dress up day.
I love it.
Gosh, I love her.
That is fantastic.
So all the costumes she had. And I think the first one, I think what they're doing tomorrow is Oogie Boogie. I don't even know where that's from. And Jack Skeleton.
Nightmare Before Christmas, ain't it?
No, thank you. Nightmare Before Christmas. They're doing tomorrow.
I love it. Well, not the Nightmare Before Christmas, just the.
Cynthia said, "Hello, friends. I'm reading the newest." I read this one already. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and if you don't want to click on them, that's fine. I mean,
don't worry about it, Lee.
Yeah, it's just then I can't read it. It takes forever.
Yeah.
Cajun said, Jessica, it's all I can do to not start any Nora books yet.
Mm-hmm.
I put it there. Cajun said, finished my book. Congratulations. And Pat said, 31 people in the chat and 16 hit the thumbs up. Everybody hit the thumbs up.
Our cheerleaders on
it. Pat is like, she needs pom-poms, y'all.
She really does.
If y'all get her for Secret Santa, just saying.
Yeah.
I need to get that put up in the Discord. If you want to sign up, if you're in the Discord and you want to sign up for the Secret Santa, or actually,
if I can just put in for the Secret Santa thing, I would love to do it, but the cost of mailing to and from Canada is ludicrous. What I would love, if anyone is interested, as well as or instead of, I would love to do a card exchange.
Well,
like just to mail greeting cards, like Christmas cards.
Just so, I mean, just to not everybody, but like so I've done it the last 2 years. It's the little Elfster or whatever. Yep. And I've always just sent e-gifts and received e-gifts.
See, I was going to say, like, if there are certain people, because you can put comments on it, and if you say, you can only do ebooks, or you can only, and then I could, I can always, instead of letting it do it manually, I can pick people to, like, go.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually.
Or things like that. So there's ways of working around. So, yeah, because I mean, there's some people that only want physical, and there's some people that only want ebooks, and there's some, things like that.
I've only bought like e-gifts, so just
Okay.
But even the card exchange is still fun too, so we could do.
Yeah, we just still do a card exchange. I mean, that would be a great idea to still do. I'm just saying, like,
there's just something about getting cards in the mail at Christmas, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love that. Michelle said, hello, all. How's everyone this evening reading Hex in the City?
And I just had this like really fun idea with the card exchange. Everybody could put like one of their favorite recipes for the holidays in it and send it.
Yes.
Great idea.
Brilliant, Storm. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Love it.
Anita said, love the hats, Tiffany and Sarah. She said, "Hey, Cairo."
Oh,
Amy
yeah.
said, "I got to 58%. Love your hat, Sarah."
Thank you. Thank you.
Anita read 2 chapters. Cajun says, "Does Cairo have on a ghost on his tie? He's so cute."
He is. His tie today does have, yeah, I think it's ghosts today.
Nice.
He has an entire, these are just Halloween, and Thanksgiving ties and bow ties.
They're just this, half bag of
Just
all.
this.
Dog has a better wardrobe than I do.
I know. That's why I was like, yeah.
So, but I think he's wearing a hanky with his costume tomorrow. But I really like this bow tie. It's snazzy. Oh, he's looking. Oh, God. Look at him looking now. He thinks he's changing ties.
He's also wants a wardrobe change.
Right?
He
He's
really,
like, "You got one."
you should guys see him. He's like, "Do I get a new tie?"
I'm waiting for Wednesday to get here so that I can wear my Grinch sweater that I bought, because I don't have any sweaters. That's the only sweater I have. I bought a sweater, but it was great. I couldn't help
And
it.
of course, it's got the Grinch on it.
That's funny.
Oh Lord, now he's up.
I only got to 7%. And Reckless Girls got interrupted with a phone call. Tina said, "Love the hat, Sarah."
Merci.
Amber said, "Hello from my creative corner of creation." And Tina said, "I was just watching YouTube shorts." That's a very easy rabbit hole to go down.
Mhm.
Yes.
I do Instagram reels too.
Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
And I said, "On the last chapter in Counting the Cost." Okay, let me know what you think. Dream said, "I read 9% of my book." Jessica Lynn, anyone else think Tiffany's hat looks like the mayor's from Nightmare Before Christmas? I think it's the top hat. LOL.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Tiffany. I've
Oh.
never seen a Nightmare Before Christmas.
I haven't either.
I'm not
scary.
a huge fan. It's not scary.
It creeps me out.
Cartoon. It's not scary.
I don't like any of those type of
Yeah.
drawing people.
Mm-hmm.
Creeps me out. No.
I'm not a big fan of it, but I don't think.
Yeah. Sherry said, reading Clown in a Cornfield, got to page 20. Have you seen
What?
the cover of that one, Tiffany?
No.
I'm going to say that's a no.
There's a
I
third
think
one
that's
coming
also
out
one that
next
I'm
year.
not going to like either.
There's a third one coming out next year.
No. Sherry, are you going to sleep tonight or tomorrow or ever again?
I've read the first two, so they were okay, but I'm hoping it's just going to be a trilogy, and he's going to cut it off, and the third one will be it, and everything. Because I'm like, well, now I have to read the next one, so.
Good luck to you all.
Amy said, or Jessica said to Amy, "Love that series. I have cried the last 3." And Pamela said, "Hi, everyone. I'm currently at 83% in The Duke and I." Didn't you read that?
Julia Quinn.
There you go. Karen said, "Alicia and Nadine, I'm a Phillies fan as well. I hope the Diamondbacks win too." Jen said, "I loved September House." What did I just do? Come on. I loved September House, but haunted house stories are pretty much the only horror I like.
Yeah, see, that's I don't think I'm much of a haunted house person, but I don't know. It was just I guessed both the twist in it, like the one of the, I would say like the main twist probably like about 20% into the book, and then I guess the other one. And my friend and Barb's, she had already read it, and I'm like, if this happens, and she puts like a little mouth, and she's like, and I'm like, okay. And then I said the next one, and she's like,
like, never mind.
And I was like, okay. But then it got real wild, like the last 15 minutes, and I was like, that's the best part.
There you go. That's how I felt when I confidently told you in chapter 2 who I thought was gonna be the killer and stalking around the Christmas tree.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
Did you read it?
Yeah. That's why I was like,
Yeah, you're like, mouth shut, not gonna say anything. Yeah, like,
did you like it?
It was good. I never guessed the person, and I wanted to hate you more. They didn't give us any reason to not like you. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, she's dead. Okay, that's it. I'm like,
it kind of felt bad for her instead of
Yeah.
wanting her dead.
As you should, people.
But it did have that really sappy, sweet ending.
Face of an Angel right here. Yeah, I didn't figure it out either.
Yeah.
And I was having trouble because I listened to it, and it's one thing if your first name's in a book, but when it's your like full name, I kept getting like thinking like somebody was saying it. You know what I mean? Just because you don't expect it, and I'm like, oh, that's my name.
I
know it is, but
3 times to be like, oh wait, she used her real like full name.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, where was I? Ambi said, okay, so I have a question or thought or something. You know how with knitting or crochet, they say you are either a process or a project person. I think it's kind of the same with reading.
I agree.
I can see that. And Amy said, Jessica, I'm rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses series for Crescent City #3 out in January. It has been a few years since I read it. Not saying more than that as it will be spoilers.
Gotcha.
And Cajun said, I listened to the Tim Curry Christmas Carol last year and it was wonderful.
I try and re-listen to it every year. It's such a favorite of mine.
Oh, I like Tim Curry.
And Jessica said, yes, I was excited for Crescent City 3. I have enjoyed that series as well. And then Amy
that's
says,
kind of a bummer because I had been tossing back and forth where I want to try the Crescent City, but not if you have to read the ACOTAR just because it's a spin-off.
That's how a lot, you have to read a whole
I'm out now because I don't want to have to read all of those to read that.
Not just like all of those 7 books, but they're chunker too. Like, you know what I mean? That's a commitment.
They're not 7 little novellas.
Right. Right. Or Amy said to Jessica, then you know why I'm doing a reread of ACOTAR then.
Oh.
Amy said you either love the process of reading, could be a 1,000,000-page book, or you read to have read a book. See, I would think more of the project is like planning what books you like to read, or you're just a mood reader and like to get in there and read them.
See, that's what I was thinking. Because
yeah, I can see that.
I love books, but I still don't want them to be 1,000,000 pages. But partly, I think because
I want to get to the next
stuff
book
that I particularly would read. Like if you're reading certain type of genres, Outlander, I understand, but I read cozy mysteries, and if you can't get it accomplished in 300 pages, I think it's just filler at that point. Well, I don't like when authors rely on filler to make a certain word count unless it's progressing the story.
It's like good old Nora Roberts. In my TBR video, I even said, I'm like, Melmac give me 3 books. And I said, I will let you know, I picked the shortest one out of them 3 because I went and looked at page counts and I said, that one, there's the one I'm going to read. Because one of them was 600 pages, Melmac. What were you doing?
It's the same with love scenes in romance novels. If it's there to advance the plot, I'm down for it. If it's there for the sake of being there, if that's what I wanted, I'd read erotica. I want to read a romance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know, it's like even in movies and things like that, it's like there's the bad guy chasing them, but we have time to like.
Yeah, we totally have time to do this, don't we?
Like, no, there's a killer.
It's fine. We got it. Listen, if you can get it done that quickly, he's got a problem.
Right. Right. Very true. Very true.
And you know, and that happens like even in like romantic suspense or things like that. It's like, what? There's a person. Yeah, it's like skip over that. I don't care. I want to get to the action.
Exactly.
Oh,
Amy says, Jessica, I can't wait for Crescent City 3 myself. And Barbara said the Brittany book is on Scribd, whatever you guys call it. PK says, hello, ladies and chatters. Currently reading A Regimental Murder by Ashley Gardner. Listening to Legend and Coroner by Reef Brown, sci-fi. While crocheting and yes, sprinting tomorrow night.
Nice.
Courtney said, I read the Britney Spears memoir in a day. It is so good. Not that many revelations and not as much Justin Timberlake drama that is being promoted. I did hear that, like, for all that people are saying about it, like, it wasn't really said that way in the book. So
out of like the ones that dropped, like I think there was like 3 like memoirs or whatever it was that like dropped. I'd rather read the John Stamos one. I think.
I did see that one was out too. Yeah.
Oh, John Stamos. Yeah.
Now, unless he's giving away his hair tips from the 80s, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I think he writes. I'd be interesting because I think he writes a lot about Bob Saget.
Yeah, probably.
So it,
relationship stuff in there.
Yeah. I didn't know. I said to someone else, I mean, everybody's heard about Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like until late last night that Keith Morrison, you know, I'm talking about the guy with the really distinctive voice from either Dateline. So I think it's Dateline. He's got the really distinctive voice. You would automatically know it. Older man with the white was his stepdad.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't know that was Matthew Perry's stepdad.
Well,
You
I
would
didn't
know
know
his
that.
voice even if you've never watched the show because believe me, I don't watch Dateline.
Yeah.
I if I can't do Charlie Brown, It's a Great Pumpkin. I
She can't
do
do Dateline. The reality is
in
not
my house
working.
again. I'm like, just barricade me in.
PK said, I liked Jar of Hearts when it came out. It was new and different then. I read a sequel or two, very, very graphic. And Esther Jane said, so I read all the Christmas Tree Farm books in about 2 weeks. And, well, we are supposed to get our first flurries tomorrow night. Merry Christmas to us.
Same, Esther. Same.
Oh.
PK said, also celebrating, I'm going to say Sam Hain tomorrow, but she says
It's Samhain. It's pronounced Samhain.
the Celtic recognition of the season day.
Me too, PK.
Cool.
I hope you like my video tomorrow. Speaking of that,
It's
Oh,
kind of like, you know what?
nice.
Samhain sounds better because Sam Hain sounds really creepy to me.
Sam, that's how you'd pronounce it here because we don't really speak Gaelic.
Yeah.
But right, so yeah.
Yeah, but I like the other pronunciation. It doesn't make it seem as creepy. Or maybe because I have Dr. Loomis from Halloween in my head saying it, and we just watched
Fair
Halloween
enough, yeah.
2 last night. Nancy said, I'm going to say goodnight. Happy reading, everyone.
Bye, Nancy. It's good to see you.
Sunny said, it's disturbing, but I'm having problems putting it down. It's very fast-paced and has a lot of reflective narrative, which I like. It's not a Tiffany book. No, it's not a book. No.
Nope.
And my roommate Christy started a new job last Friday, and it is night. She does not get home until 11:30 p.m.
Does that mean she doesn't cook amazing meals for you anymore? 'Cause that's where my concern lies.
That's
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope Christy loves the new job, but I'm just saying.
But we all eat vicariously through,
Right?
Exactly. Amby said, I am reading a book I started for Sarah's Witches Need Love 2 readathon, and I thought I would read the second in November, but I didn't realize how long the first one is. Dark Witch by Nora Roberts.
Yeah.
And that's a trilogy, so you got 2 more to go after that.
Yeah.
Let's just roll it right on into Nora November. There you go.
Also, I was like, it's a good thing. I think I can get like most of those. Like, I think I can get all of my Nora ones on audio because I'm like, my goodness, even my little. I'm gonna trudge through this one, but it's my smallest one. The other one's like 400 pages or whatever. I'm like, goodness.
And Pat said, I have read to 83%. I took some allergy medicine tonight. I'm suffering really bad today with sneezing and coughing. Hopefully I can finish this book tonight. I'm ready for some Nora Roberts.
Oh, I think you feel better.
And she says, Tiffany, are you having sprints on Sunday? I did not see it on the schedule for Melmac on Discord.
Yeah.
I think that's because Melmac puts it up the Sunday down, and since we didn't have it last Sunday. So.
Yeah, I don't have. There's not a show in November at all. The next show isn't until I think it's December 3rd or something like that. So we should be good for all month in
Back
November.
to our regular scheduled program.
Back to a regular scheduled program. But I don't know where Thanksgiving falls. But that's Thursday, so should be fine.
Yeah.
Jessica said, I need to find my Nora Roberts. I put it somewhere and I don't remember where.
Oops.
People saying goodnight.
Doorstop somewhere.
Right. And Amy said I got to 62%. Oh, why is this doing this? Come on. My whole screen's just white. Anita said got to 17%. And she said, I have never read a Nora Roberts novel. Can any of you suggest a novel for me?
Well, my suggestion is The Witness because that's my favorite one so far, but I haven't read as many as everybody else.
I haven't read really any.
What you like? Do you like witchy paranormal? Do you like traditional romance? Do you like suspense? What do you like?
And my Melmac pick is The Search, and it's a romantic suspense if anybody wants to read it with me.
I just looked at the Nora Roberts audiobooks at my library. Why are they all 15 hours long?
Yeah, they are.
I'm telling you, because like the three she sent me, one was 500 and some pages, one was 600 and some pages, and the one I'm reading is 488 pages.
I'm going to stay to my category romance, the 200 and some odd page books from Nora. Thank you.
That's what I mean by it's not necessarily
together.
I don't want to read a long book. Mm-hmm. But if it's needed, that's one thing. But a romance, a cozy mystery, get it, wrap it up. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I think that's like kind of my problem with your favorite little author there that you just went and like paid attention to there with the Libby Klein. Hers are
well, you're wrong on that one. No,
her cozy mysteries are like over 300 pages, and I'm like,
yeah, no.
Oh, so she just said that people come. So that's interesting. She made a comment about how in her contract it specifies that they have to be at least 80,000 to something. Like, so she said hers are always longer because she is specified in her contract that way. I've never heard another author say that.
That's weird.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought of you when she said it. So that's why it stuck out to me. I was like, oh, I got to let Storm know.
There you go. Danielle said, I decided that my eyes need a break from reading with my Fire tablet. So I started Karen's Witch by Anna Martin on my Paperwhite. It's cute so far and very Halloween appropriate. And Anna recommends to Anita, The Obsession is really good. Musical Maggie said 183 words.
Nice.
DJ said watching Rob Squad movie reactions, watch Poltergeist.
Oh.
And Tina said read 10% of Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And my cat dropped my AirPod case behind a bookshelf. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, no.
I can get it. Annie said got to 30%. Tina said to Anita, it depends what you're looking for. Nora has 3 primary genres: romantic suspense, paranormal romance, and contemporary romance. Let's not forget that Tina is also co-hosting Nora in November, and she has read a ton of Nora. So
that's why I was like, everybody else has read like probably way more than me. So I said, I'm like, go to them and let them give you recommendations because I think I've read like 5.
Yeah. Tina's been having a Nora November for a few months.
For the year.
She has.
Is a source for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Dream made it to 14%. Anna finished the book that she was reading. Excellent. And Amy said to Anita, Midnight Bayou by Nora Roberts. I will also try her in-depth series. She writes under J.D. Robb. Mm-hmm. Sharon said, hi, everyone. Just got back from watching the World Series with my D-backs. Just watched. Just wanted to pop in and say hi and reading The House of the Cerulean Sea.
Nice.
I heard something totally different with my ears when you read that.
No, I'm very careful to say D-backs because I automatically say something else, even though I have no care at all about them at all. So
yeah. And
Sharon also said, Storm, you look like you're freezing. I'm sweating on a switch.
It's going to be 25 tonight. So.
Oh, my gosh.
And tomorrow, 19.
Ugh. We're hitting -2 tonight.
Ugh.
I have my window open and a fan on, and I'm still sweating. So I'm happy to switch with anyone.
See, I live in people Florida, up north are cold. That's they're supposed to be cold. It's up north, not Missouri, and I'm down here towards the southern part.
Well, I'm in Florida and have a blanket on, and I don't know what is the temp outside, babe.
You had a blanket on in July. Come on.
I have a blanket on every single day.
To weigh in on this.
I don't ever sit on my couch without a blanket. In August, sweltering.
Yeah,
that's true.
What did Kevin say?
So the AC runs constantly here.
Well, that's true.
Because so
like we had to do our first fire yesterday. We had to put a fire in the stove for the first time. So.
Ooh,
I'm jealous of all of you.
that is.
I would gladly give it to you.
I would gladly give you all this heat I constantly have all the time. I would be glad to pass it along. Courtney said, I did read all of the Inheritance Game books, and I love them. This is my second attempt to read this one. It's not what I expected, but determined to finish this time. I kind of feel like it won't be what I think it is either. So that's kind of why I've been hesitant.
I still need to try the Inheritance Games.
Mm-hmm. Pat said to Anita, I suggest The Witness, Obsession, and The Blood Brothers. I still need to get to The Blood Brothers this year. Dino said, my dad is a Vietnam vet, so the VA covers everything for him. He's really fortunate. Yeah, same with my dad. He doesn't pay for anything. I mean, he has a lot of issues, too, from Vietnam, but, you know, that's part of it as well.
Well, and it should be, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Tina said, The Liar is a really good romantic suspense to start with. Sharon said, the worst I sell term care for the elderly. Had to move my parents to assisted living, and it's $6,000 a month, and Medicare doesn't pay anything for it.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
So sad. Barbara said, I like the new Frasier. They really paid tribute to John May. Or Maloney.
Yeah.
And Tina said, I also think Nora's categories are a good place to start. They're fun, quick, and nostalgic.
I completely agree.
And a little bit cheesy.
I agree.
Exactly.
I read like the first two in this series, and I was like, there's like, you know, I don't know, late 90s, like cheesy kind of.
What I noticed though from the series that I was reading, I think I read 2 or 3, all the main characters smoked. I'm like, it was not that long ago. They all smoked. What the hell? You wouldn't see that in a book today.
Well, it's like I was watching like the 80s version of the Fog or whatever. I think it was the 80s or whatever. And the lady's like smoking and watching the fog roll in. And I'm like, you can definitely tell it's like 80s.
Even as we were watching Halloween 2, they're in the hospital lighting up cigarettes there. I'm like,
or you can tell when you're watching older because they'll be in like a bar, but it'll be like a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And nobody has any reaction to it. And,
they jokingly show like those memes, but they show photographs from like the 80s, and we'd be opening a birthday present, and there'd be an ashtray that's full here, and somebody else was drinking a beer, and that's what you can totally see.
Right.
on my Facebook, Tiffany probably wouldn't like it, and anybody else who doesn't like clowns, but it had this guy. I guess somebody sent him like all their old like Halloween costume pictures or whatever, and he made like this fun little song about clowns. You know, we made it clowns, and it showed pictures because like everybody in the 80s were clowns. And it's like your dad did your makeup, and it shows this guy with horrible makeup.
No.
And it's like, or the no eyes or whatever. Scary clowns, it's like nightmare fuel clowns.
Right, it's so true.
It was so funny. I was cracking up. I was like, that's definitely 80s.
Annie said, to complicate things more, Medicare Advantage varies from state to state. So then you have to wonder, will I get a better plan if I move? I'm happy with mine in Florida.
I can't.
Yeah, that's the same thing. They even said when it was like Obamacare that you can only pick from certain places. Like, say here in New Jersey, I would have to pay a lot more, where in Kansas, there might be a cheaper option, but it wouldn't be available to me to buy. So.
Yeah, but it helps that like the lady that's helping my dad with this, he's old enough to get on a plan. And so she's like, this is the plan I plan on getting on or whatever. And so it's like, well, if the insurance lady thinks it's like a decent plan, then it must be like pretty decent. So
and like it's so confusing. You just have to be like, okay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Kay said doctors are supposed to be trusted friends or healers. Somewhere along the way, things changed. This chat reminds me of Patch Adams.
Yeah.
She said, by the way, hi. Hope everyone is well. Have you had on, but was finishing my audio and having dinner. Tickled the like. Thank you. Next words are changed.
And she didn't bop the like or boop the like. She tickled it. Tickled the like.
Tickled the like.
Anna said, I love to do a card exchange. I love to make cards and books and sending them to friends.
Oh wait, who's saying this?
I figured Sonia would be down with it.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, my mother-in-law makes the most awesome cards. I think it's very, very awesome, and I'm sure Sonia does too. But if you get me, you're getting a Hallmark from the store. I'm just letting
100% yes.
So if that bothers you, maybe Storm needs to like put together the crafty people, because someone's gonna be like,
well, I want to send cards to a bunch of people.
Their card, yeah.
So,
I'm going to Hallmark. I'm just letting you know.
I want all the people's addresses so I can send all the cards to all the people.
There you go.
That would be fun. Like send out, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia said, I'm just at the 50% of my book. Going to finish tonight. I completely agree. I love Halloween. I am pumped for Christmas and all letters. And
Yeah, see, I
that
don't
it was really
sweaters or anything really. This is like the only sweater I have, and it's the Grinch, and I just want to wear it because I got it. That's why whenever we did Wednesday, when we were talking about stalking around, I got to wear my Grinch shirt because I bought it the same day. Because I'm like, okay. My only Christmas thing I could think of. I'm going to wear my Grinch shirt. So.
That's hilarious.
Nice. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the book. And Sherry said, no, I do not sleep anyway. So she'll be fine. Jessica said, I had to move. I was uncomfortable. And Pat said, I'm going to tell you all night. Getting really sleepy. I finished my book. I gave it 5 stars. And she also said she would love to do the card exchange. Jessica Lynn said, I love fall, but can skip Halloween, but really enjoy the cozy weather of the Halloween season.
Yes.
And she also said card exchange is a lot easier than a gift exchange. A lot of people seem to be into it. Chrissy said we got our first snow last night. It is still out there.
Wow.
I love she said it like it's an alien waiting beyond the window. It's still out there.
Yeah.
Don't go outside, Kay.
Right.
Don't go outside.
If I can survive until Thursday, it gets warmer. It's like in the 50s.
If it was 25, I wouldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Oh, come on.
no.
Oh, I'm ready to get under my covers.
Yeah, I wouldn't get out of bed though. I would get back out.
I'm ready to take my pants off and turn the fan all the way up. I'm like, come on.
My electric blanket is currently on.
I have my heater on.
I'm dying in here. Jessica said they had snow on the Denver football fields yesterday. Crazy how some places already have accumulated snow.
Mm-hmm.
She said, thanks for the sprints. Sleep well. PK said, Nora Roberts, The Wedding Ones. And Musical Maggie said, if there's a witchy paranormal Nora Roberts book, I will read it. Oh, there's lots of them.
There's lots.
Amy said, I finished Meet Your Baker and really enjoyed it. And Anita says she likes romance and suspense. I would recommend Hideaway and The Legacy. They're both fairly new and they're both romance and suspense.
So The Witness is a romantic suspense too, the one that I...
There you go. Hey, can you tell I haven't read that one yet? Because I know you keep recommending it and I'm like, I gotta get to it. I haven't gotten there yet.
Read it.
Daddy, the boo is up.
Sarah Beth said, cool hat, Sarah and Tiffany. Anita said,
Thank
thank
you.
for suggestions. Barbara said Matthew Perry also bullied the prime minister in grade school. It was in his book.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau actually posted something on Twitter when he died, just to, because they were friends. They went to the same school.
Oh, I thought he was going to say just to say he bullied him.
Yeah, no, like they were the same, and they went to the same high school or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was Canadian, but I also didn't ever watch Friends and don't know anything else that he was in. So
Gotcha.
We claim him because he was here for quite some time, and then I think he moved to Los Angeles because I think he was back and forth because his parents were divorced or something. So he split his time.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Canadian either.
Mm-hmm. Look at how nice he was. Of course, he was Canadian.
I wasn't a Matthew Perry fan, but
I didn't know anything about him at all.
I don't know.
I know.
anything.
That one broke my heart because that was a show that I loved watching, and he was my favorite character. Like Chandler was my favorite character.
Like I think he was on like a movie with Bruce Willis.
I didn't know
Yes.
anything about him. I didn't watch Friends. I just knew that he'd gotten sober. That's all that I knew about him. That was
I've
only-
never watched Friends either, so yeah, that's why I'm like,
Okay, let me rephrase that. I watched a bunch at the dentist office and didn't enjoy any of them. I never even laughed. So
There you
I don't
go.
know. Not the show. I just say I never watched it. And
Gotcha.
That's fine.
I've seen it 800 times.
There you go. Yeah. That said, Nora Roberts' True Betrayals is in Montana, and there are cowboys. So if that's of an interest to somebody,
I just have to say, just reminded me how much. So I wasn't this big of a Friends fan, but one of the other counselors at the facility in Illinois where I worked, and it was a residential facility, and we did groups like the entire day because the kids lived there. It was like a 90-day program. It was like court ordered. You could come to rehab or you could go to jail, sort of thing. And one of the girls was so obsessed with Friends that the finale was on, and she convinced our clinical director to let them watch the finale, the kids watch the finale, and do a group on it about interpersonal relationships with your friends.
she
I was
made
like,
it work.
that is so ridiculous. I mean, it was such a stretch. It was hilarious. I mean, I wasn't there that night, but I just thought that was so funny. I wasn't that big of a Friends fan, but like
She was like, I will destroy this place if I don't get to watch it.
she was gonna
the
make
only
it
thing
work.
I know about Friends is, and it's just because I've heard people talk about it or whatever, is the one character that puts the book in the freezer.
Joey.
Oh yes, Joey and Phoebe. See, I watched Friends, but I really only liked like the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes.
As it got a little.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't like when everything started to really change.
I didn't. When Chandler married Monica, I was like,
I mean, I finished it. I've seen all of it.
yep, same.
But I didn't like when everything started to change. I like when it was the beginning and the boys
And it
lived
was
together and the
goofy,
girls lived
and it
together,
was-
and it was,
yeah.
you know,
the
yeah.
chick and the duck, and
Well, and I feel like I'm that way with most TV shows.
Yeah.
Like I really always Gilmore Girls. I like the high school years way better than when she leaves.
Yeah, it's like even with my Murder She Wrote. I mean, not all 12 seasons are on on Freevee, and I'm okay with that because like it's like the first 6, and I'm like those are the best ones anyway. So I just keep going. Right.
Story starts to change too much, and I'm like over it. I don't know.
I don't like change.
Yeah.
The things you like.
Yeah, and if you
change.
kill off one of my characters, you're destined to have me just like quit watching it right then and there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
There you go. Sharon said, Storm, it's in the 30s at night where I live in Arizona and I sleep with my windows open.
Ooh. Who said that?
Yeah,
Sharon.
I am so glad that all you people that love the
Ooh,
weather
Sharon.
are having a blast, but I'm ready for spring.
Don't push fall away just yet.
Please.
Come on.
That's not fall weather. 25.
I
is
didn't
not
push it
fall.
away. It pushed itself away.
Come on, because spring just means summer's around the corner. And no.
I absolutely
Please,
love
please
the
don't make
fall.
time go any faster.
But
I
it's
want
30, 25 degrees. That's not fall. That's
That's what I told Dad. I was like, "This is not fall,"
no.
because he's like, "We're still in fall." I'm like, "No, we're not."
Well, in fairness, I don't have fall here today. It was a high of 67 today. So
That's a
maybe
perfect
that's
fall
the
day.
fall weather that you guys want.
If we get past this cold spell, like I said, it goes back into like I think the highs are in like the 50s or maybe like the low 60s, and then the nights are like in the 40s. 40s I can handle. It's
Yeah, that's a
below
great
that
fall.
then I don't do well.
There you go. There you go. Sharon said, and
Here
the
it's
state,
just hot.
for the state to pay for my mom's memory
It's
care,
crazy.
you have to spend all of her money and she has less than 2,000 left. Then they'll pay.
Oh.
Such a nightmare. Yeah, you work so hard for a good life, and then basically you have to go broke and have nothing for them to take care of you.
Yeah.
That's the same up here.
What'd you say, Sarah?
That's the same up here.
Yeah. Oh.
Christine said, we have them calling us about the plans for Medicare all the time. Hubby is the oldest and he has a few years left before he can get it.
Mm-hmm.
PK says, in the 70s, we girls dressed up as a gypsy, wearing mom's square dancing skirt, lots of makeup and jewelry, and a parka because it always snowed. There's no mega kid event. There were no mega kids events.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of the things on that one video that I was talking about. It's like, or you were in a grocery bag. You were vegetables in a grocery bag, and it had all these different, things that your parents made up. They made your outfits and all that kind of stuff. It was talking about like those plastic, things, things that, and the flammable clothing that you used to wear. And it says with you and your uncle with his pipe, and it showed pictures of this one like had a pipe right next to like the person where like you catch on. It's flammable. It can catch on fire. It's like, how did we survive? We survived.
We're fine.
We made of pretty strong stuff.
Jen said she's going to sign off. Thanks for the chat and the sprints, lady. I hope you have a good night, Jen. And Christine said, I like getting cards for Christmas, or I love getting cards for Christmas, but people just don't send them anymore.
No,
that's very true.
Do it.
Yeah. See, my problem is I don't mind getting them. I'm just really bad about sending them. Because it's like, I really need to send. Because we get a card from one of our friends that lives in West Virginia all the time, and by the time I think, I should get a card for that's almost Christmas.
There you go.
I always go in and like when I'm low on cards, I buy 5 or 6 of the same kind. Like even if it's birthday. So I just always have something, because of that reason. But I would love to do, and I like Sarah's idea of sending it out to everybody. I know not everybody has to do that. And I mean, don't feel like you have to by any means, but I love that idea.
Dina said, Lee, Steve would approve. Thank you.
Well, that was my first thought when you said you.
Cairo.
Dreams LOL. Sonia said, I love making cards and envelopes, but I would never expect others to do so. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's just something that you want to do for fun. Yeah.
I've got a package from Sonia, and even the package was like decked out in the most amazing decoration. I was like, wow.
Yeah, even when she sends me books, she's got all these stickers all over it and everything. And like,
amazing. I'm like, holy moly. I put it
I'm like, here I am so boring. I'm like, I stick it in envelopes.
Yeah. Like, mine went in a Walmart bag, just so you know. I'm kidding.
That's my cushion. I wrap it in the Walmart bag, stick it in the bubble wrap, and off it goes.
There you go.
Hi, Rue.
Amy said, thank you for the, she said, when Anna said, Amy said, thank you for the sprints, ladies. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, Amy. And Anna said, I wanted Joey and Rachel to end up together.
Oh.
That would have been cute.
And Christine said, I'm ready for fall and then go right into spring too. Fall just means winter's around the corner. And here winter doesn't know when to leave. It overstays its welcome all the time. And Jessica said, I love winter, so please don't rush it. I hate spring because it means allergies and humidity is right around the corner.
See, I have allergies all year long, so it doesn't really matter.
I've been known to remember to send cards out after Christmas. Whoops.
Well, you're just early for next year.
There you go.
It's a New Year's card.
There you go. Since I love Christmas cards, I save them and have a box full of cards ready. I draw doodles on my envelopes too that are special for each person.
Oh,
that's awesome. Love.
I love that, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
All right, with that, we're at the end of the comments. It's almost 10 o'clock here. I'm sweating. I need to get out of these clothes. So
the pants need to come off.
I feel like I'm having a hot flash right now. I can't even imagine what menopause is going to be like for me. I'm moving to Alaska. So
I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm. We know you are, Tiffany. This is way too late for you now.
Yeah, this is way past your bedtime.
Yeah.
I thought she's doing pretty good because she had her nap, maybe.
She did, exactly.
I think that's what saved me. I think that's what saved me. Oh.
So we have sprints tomorrow on PK's channel. I believe that's around 8:05 Eastern. And then Wednesday on your channel, Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I do want to make mention, like, If anybody read Scritch Scratched or whatever, that we're having like a chat about it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's going to be this Saturday because it's the 4th at 3 Central, 4 Eastern. So
I'm there in imaginary support.
yeah.
The cover of that one isn't scary though.
I don't. Yes, it is. Even the name is scary.
The cover scares her. So
We
The
found
name
Tiffany's
is
love.
creepy.
But it's on a tour bus. They're seeing tour stuff, Tiffany. Come on.
It's fun. Totally fun.
No. Okay.
No.
Thank you for being there in spirit.
Yes.
Yes.
Evil spirit. Okay. Anyway, before I start getting silly, thank you guys, everybody, for showing up. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow on PK's channel.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Lee. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.